I've got some new medical information on Jerry the King Lawler that just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and, well, with all due respect, he's also suffering from anal bleeding.
What?
It's the job of the WWE ring announcer to introduce the wrestlers to the ring and also announce the winner of a featured match. Whilst on paper, their role may seem simple and straightforward, it's incredibly easy to make a mistake, especially when performing on live television in front of thousands and thousands of people. But over the years, there have been some downright hilarious blunders from iconic WWE ring announcers that'll make every WWE fan cry with laughter. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at 11 hilarious WWE ring announcer fails. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel, Incredible. Number 11. Nick Foley. Long before Mick Foley was one of the most beloved WWE wrestlers of all time, he would regularly make appearances as an enhancement talent in the late 80s. On an episode of Wrestling Challenge in 1987, Foley would compete in a squash match against Kamala, but before the match began, the ring announcer completely botched Foley's in-ring introduction. Foley was using the in-ring name of Nick Foley, but the ring announcer announced this as Nick Foley. It's hilarious to witness, predominantly because Foley can't help but laugh and giggle at the blunder. He even visibly says something of the nature of, "What the hell?" Number 10, and still WWE Champion, Trish? Lilian Garcia is well known for making some awkward blunders during her career, and most of these occurred during the Ruthless Aggression era. In early 2006, Trish Stratus would be wrestling Ashley on Raw and the match would be thrown out after the erratic Mickie James interfered. Garcia, for some unknown reason, would then announce that Trish was still the WWE Champion. This obviously wasn't the case. The WWE Champion at the time was John Cena, so unless Trish had defeated Cena at a live event, Garcia had made a major botch. Number 9. King. Oh wait, never mind. The work of Baron Corbin in 2021 when he became broke and lost absolutely everything was without a doubt the best work of Corbin's career. Corbin's dedication to making the character work didn't go unnoticed, and it showed fans at long last why WWE sees so much value in the former Mr. Money in the Bank. One of the key storyline points of this character arc for Corbin was when he lost his king status to Shinsuke Nakamura. When a defeated Corbin would come to the ring for his match on the July 2nd, 2021 edition of SmackDown, the SmackDown ring announcer was about to introduce him as King Corbin, but then he hesitated and remembered that Corbin was no longer king. It was a clever touch that highlighted just how much of a focus Corbin's new story arc was going to be moving forward. Number 8. Grammy Award winning. The Slammy Awards, whilst a novelty in its sense they don't mean anything substantial, they can lead to some strong character development. However, in 2015, all hopes of the Usos using the Slammy Award for Tag Team of the Year to further their careers was put in jeopardy when Lilian Garcia got extremely confused in relation to what award the Usos had won. As the Usos made their way down to the ring for a match on Raw, Garcia would then announce them as the Grammy Award-winning tag team. Garcia either misspoke or was thinking of a completely different award show. In a wholesome moment the next week on Raw when the Usos once again came down to the ring, Garcia would emphasize the word Slammy, and this even received acknowledgement from the Usos as one of the Usos would point towards Garcia as to say, "You got it right." Number 7. Greg Hamilton isn't paying attention. WrestleMania 36 featured a women's tag team turmoil match to determine the number 1 contenders for the tag gold. During one of the key moments of the match, Liv Morgan managed to eliminate Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, but ring announcer Greg Hamilton wasn't paying attention. Hamilton would declare that Morgan and her partner Ruby Riott had been eliminated. Michael Cole and JBL on commentary tried to cover for the botch by saying, "No, that was an error," but the damage was pretty much done. Number 6. Ring announcer spoils a return. On March 2022, King Xavier Woods would return to the ring to side with Kofi Kingston in his ongoing war with the Brawling Brutes. However, this return lost all of its spark after the SmackDown ring announcer spoiled Woods' return. As Kofi Kingston made his way down to the ring announcer would announce that Kingston was with Woods, even though Woods had yet to appear on screen. It was a silly blunder that should have been avoided at all costs. Number 5. Sarah Logan wins. On the April 13th, 2020 edition of Raw, Sarah Logan would face off against Shayna Baszler in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. The match in question was a complete squash which was designed to get Baszler over and show the audience that she is legitimate as they come. Baszler would declare the winner when she would begin to step on Logan's arm, forcing the referee to stop the match. In a huge blunder, Raw ring announcer Mike Rome would then announce that Logan was victorious, meaning that Logan would be advancing to the Money in the Bank match. Thankfully, the Raw commentary team did an excellent job covering up the blunder, and they successfully explained to the audience at home that Baszler was the one who was victorious. Number 4, Lilian Garcia has no idea what's happening. Now, the 2009 SummerSlam pay-per-view was in Lilian Garcia's finest hour. She managed to heavily botch one of the main parts of the WWE title match between Randy Orton and John Cena, as WWE would perform a false finish in the match where Orton would push the referee to get disqualified. Once this transpired, Garcia would then incorrectly claim that Orton was the new WWE Champion. Now, the issue here was firstly that a title can't change hands via disqualification unless it's a pre-established stipulation, and secondly, Orton was already WWE Champion going into the match. Garcia would then announce to the crowd that the match would be restarted and Orton was forbidden from getting himself disqualified, and if he did, he would lose the WWE title. It was a complete mess and everyone was baffled by what was even going on. It certainly impacted the weight and impact of the match, as after the false finish, nobody seemed to be able to follow along with what was happening. Now, it's safe to say the WWE made the right call in editing the blunder off the WWE's network version of the match. Number 3, Long Island Ice Z Jack Swagger. One of the benefits WWE had of taping SmackDown between 1999 to 2016 was that any botches could actually be edited out. This format also allowed WWE to retape matches, promos, and announcements, and this was certainly the case in 2012 when Lilian Garcia botched the introduction of Zack Ryder to the ring. Ryder was set to face Jack Swagger, and Garcia would introduce Ryder as Long Island IZ Jack Swagger. WWE attempted to erase this footage from existence, but footage does thankfully exist on YouTube. What makes the footage even more funny is that the fact that everyone in the ring no-sells the botched introduction, meaning that either Ryder didn't hear it, or he just naturally assumed it was going to be edited out. Now, if a botch happened on SmackDown today, there would be no second takes, and whomever the ring announcer was at the time, in all likelihood, would have landed in serious hot water. Number 2, 4 feet tall? Well, the Big Show's whole presentation and gimmick is built on the fact that he's 7 feet tall. However, on the March 10th, 2015 edition of Raw, Lilian Garcia attempted to ruin the Big Show's mystique. In a huge blunder, Garcia would announce that the Big Show was just 4 feet tall. It goes without saying there's a significant difference between 4 feet and 7 feet, but Garcia managed to laugh it off, with fans after the show on social media tweeting, "Yep, just adding to my blooper reel." It looks like the blunder has since been edited off WWE Network, so only fans who caught the show live can get to say they witnessed this rather memorable WWE botch. And number 1, former world champion Triple H. Lilian Garcia's most iconic moment during her WWE career was without question when she referred to Triple H as a former world champion. That's not common practice for WWE announcers to reference poor accolades when announcing a talent, but in 2004, Garcia broke the established formula. As Triple H was making his way to the ring, Garcia would declare that he was the former world heavyweight champion, as Triple H was absolutely enraged at Garcia and proceeded to chase her out of the ring and over the barricade. It was a hysterical moment that helped highlight how focused Triple H's character was at being at the very top of WWE and being world champion. But there you have it, folks, 11 hilarious WWE ring announcer botches. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.